Okay, welcome to Hopeifiers. Welcome to Hopeifiers. This is a show about audacious optimism. So that's what it's about, and about dreams and stories that you wish was true. My co-host Daniel should be joining me shortly. He was a little bit late getting the link because of I dropped the ball a bit, but he should be with us shortly. And in the meantime, I can tell you that we have uh, a common dream that Daniel Zapula and I share. And that dream is about what we call 3H humans. So imagine where you could see every person in the whole world at the same time. And they were different colors, of course, red, white, yellow, brown. What's the other? White, black, yellow, brown. Well, the five colors, or whatever the views, the hues, the range of hues that all the colors are. And they had different spiritual beliefs, and they have different clothes, and they speak different languages, and they like different foods. And so they're different in those regards, but all the same. And that all of these humans, all of them were healthy, and all of them were hopeful, and all of them were helping. So this beautiful dream with every person in the world that is happy and hopeful and helping. So that's basically our dream for what it would be like if it was perfect. If we could wave a magic wand and make it happen, that's how it would be. And when it comes to health wise, the health is really kind of like three parts to it, really. It's sort of a functional definition of health, in that they can do the things, enjoy the aspects of life that are enjoyable and meaningful for them. They can they can be there for the relationships they have with the important other people in their lives, and they can be there for their community, be capable, be ready to contribute. So those three things, where they can contribute to enjoying good things in their life, that they can be of value for the relationships, the important relationships in their life, and that they can make the difference they want to make. So that's the healthy thing. So you can be that definition if you're young or old. You can be that definition, or you can enjoy health with that definition. Whether you have no legs, you could still do that, of course, right? So, anyways, it's a definition that is a little clearer for me in terms of my personal standard for what health means. So that's the 3H. So now today, last week we talked about valuing yourself. To the degree that you can value yourself, then you can value other people, and also you can also value other people and be of value to other people. And that, if you're of value to other people, then you self-value. You would value yourself higher. So you value yourself well, and then you can value others well, and you can also then be of value for them. So this really nice little cycle, which kind of aligns very nicely with Daniel's on the Lions Den. He just said the other day about your value is not determined by what somebody else thinks of you, right? Your value is not determined there. So I think that aligns very nicely with that. Now, where is my friend Daniel? See if he's sending me messages here. All right. Well, he'll be coming along shortly, I'm sure. All right. In the meantime, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to, here's what I'm going to share with you. Clapper, Dr. Michael Clapper, very, very interesting man. He has this show, a masterclass show for people who are doctors or becoming doctors. They're in the process of becoming a doctor, or they already are doctors. So obviously I don't qualify on either of those, but my wife and I have been taking this course, and he's really, really smart about how the human body works, and he's such a smart and articulate man that he can explain it so well. Incredible course. But one thing that he mentioned in the last lesson I was taking, he was talking about the art and craft of medicine. So the art and craft, as opposed to the science. The science says this condition, this drug, this, that kind of a thing. But the art and craft of medicine, and kind of related more to the art and craft of life, about how you live life. And so that resonated with me. I liked that. And then one thing that he talked about with that as well that I thought was very cool is about being a student of you. So being self-aware enough that you know what things bring you joy, that you know what things are challenging for you, or a problem, or those kind of things. So you have more awareness about what. Hello, Daniel.
Hello. How are you doing? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm glad you joined us. Sorry for being late with the link there.
Can you hear me, La?
I can hear you fine. Yes.
Well, that's what I thought. Indeed.
Indeed.
Oh,
and you're wearing your sporty chapeau there. Looks good, sir. And a scarf. My goodness. You're up in the game around here.
This is Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yeah,
in Lethbridge.
It's a day before Friday. I don't know why you didn't get the SMS about wearing your hat.
I do. Well, you know what? This is an easy thing for me to fix, my friend, because I have several hats. Are you digging that one?
That looked like a magician hat.
A magician hat?
Well,
okay, well, I get others.
Snap it and do something.
Does that one work better for you?
I think I like the other one because this one you look like a gangster.
A gangster?
This one you look like a businessman from the 1800.
Just wait. I think this is going to be a winner.
Well, actually, this is much better. It make you look like, yes, that's good. Let's go for that one. That's
all
good.
Right. There's the hat I'm wearing. Okay, sounds good.
The hat in the cat in the hat, or with the hat in the cat, whatever it is. Dr. Seuss.
Do you want to hear what I was just talking about?
I want to hear it because people are following.
Mm-hmm. I've already shared our dream about 3H humans, so I already shared that. And I was sharing about this Michael Clapper, Dr. Michael Clapper. And he was talking about the art and craft of medicine. And I'm relating that to the art and craft of living. Like what we learn about how to live well and what things are important in our life and what things we will look back on and say, this was good. I did this and this gratified me that I've been of value in these ways. So one thing that I really like that he talked about is being a student of you. So you're self-aware enough that you know you can kind of monitor where you're at and be able to make the choices that are going to help you become the best you. So I really love that. I think his example was more to do with what you eat and drink, right? Like, that if you eat something that causes you some sort of digestive issues, or you eat something and your brain is really, really foggy, or, that kind of a thing, or you eat something and your energy takes a nosedive, that you'd be so aware of it that you would make the best choices to have the best enjoyment every day in terms of your health and your energy levels and your mental clarity. So I thought that was a very cool thing in terms of being that self-aware that you would make the choices that allow you to be the best possible version of yourself.
Are you telling me if I eat the chicken, I become more of a chicken? Are you telling me that I become what I eat? Like, just help me. When I eat vegetable, do I become vegetarian automatically? Like, you gotta actually, because like I'm beginning to worry that you are really telling me that I'm becoming something that I need to become like very aware of. So tell the people what you really mean by eating a vegetable. It does not make you vegetarian.
Well, if all you ate was vegetables, then you would be a vegetarian. Yes.
What's wrong with you? I eat cow. Cow eat vegetables. It make me a vegetarian.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, I'm not trying to change what you eat. I'm trying to say about how being that aware of your health and what works best for your health, and be open to trying things that would maybe contribute more to your health. That's what I'm saying.
That I like it, but the problem that you're bringing me here is the question of discipline.
Discipline. All right.
Meaning, you are telling me, Daniel, you need to be a little more disciplined in how you do who you be. You need to be more disciplined in what you choose to be. You need to be more disciplined in the power you assume and in the power you give away. We eat when we eat, we consume energy. Energy turned to raw power. And that raw power is manifested and it is given as a gift to humanity to heal or to cause more trouble. And I think it's quite important for us to just choose how we're going to do. I believe that people give and surrender power out of their own volition, right? I'm not going to make it complicated, but I'm just going to, you're a philosopher, just inviting us to actually analyze the sense of the energy that we consume and the thing that we eat, the thing that we welcome, and the thing that we share by what we eat. That's quite important. Again, this is preliminary conversation about the main conversation, which is about the 3H. And I think that's quite important, right?
Sure, you bet.
And it make me feel smart by saying that. I don't know why.
Well, it was good. It was good. Thank you for sharing that, Daniel. Before you came on, I was also commenting that you had just made a reference on Lion's Den about it's not your value is not determined by what others think of you, which made me remind me of the comment we had last week about value, and that as you value yourself, you can value others and you can be of value to others, right? To
Yes.
others and to yourself, right? And it reminded me of that comment. Yeah.
It is so important that whenever you make worth a function of what else says about you, you are prostituting yourself to else and to what is external. I was saying whether our worth is derived from what is outside into us, or whether worth come from the inside out. Me, I always think that everything that comes from the inside out is much better. It speaks more to authenticity. And so when we are talking about these and worth and value, it's important that people remember that whenever you are waiting for else, when I say else, I mean, I'm not saying elf. I'm telling about someone else. When you are waiting for someone else to validate you, to name you so that you can be yourself, you are weakening, you are prostituting yourself. And that is unhelpful and that is unhealthy. You know what? You are born and you with a name. Claim your name and be yourself and do not let other people define you. And I'm telling you the truth. If you do not define yourself, other people will. If you do not claim your own name, other people will name you. They will reduce you. They will capitalize on you. They will box you, and you'll be a slave to their own will and volition, to their own want, and it will decrease you.
Sure.
That is important. We cannot say that enough.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And country, Canada, we cannot claim who we are, or else other nation will define who we are. It's the same thing about the city. We call ourselves Lethbridge, the city of opportunity, the gateway to opportunity. I'm saying, what opportunity are we opening to people? Let's talk more about that. We can't just put it as a device to our city in a gateway to opportunity. When I turn the TV on, I want to hear them mayors and city councilor and people tell me about what opportunity was making in this city, or else you got to shut your mouth.
Woo! Daniel, are you running for mayor?
Well, I am way too young for this. I'm only
way too young for the mayor.
I am way too young. But one day when I grow old enough, I might consider.
Okay. Well, you seem kind of fired up in a political way right now.
Well, I'm not. You see, that's the whole thing. I like principle. I like to, but I know some people who will be good mayor. That's the whole thing. I know a friend who was a fantastic mayor for their city, great. And I know some people who will be really fabulous at being mayor. And it's not me, I'm a bushman. I'm just a bushman. You know what? Hey, what would you do if I run for mayor? You know what I would do if I run for mayor? I'll tell you, elect me because I'm not as corrupted as everybody else. Number one. In my first debate, I would tell anybody running against me, I disagree with everyone and about everything that they say. And I will tell them, all I want is to have somebody, I want to make sure the city can shovel your walkways. That's it. Why? An old man should not be there just shoveling their snow. I want to give credit to every neighborhood. If you have a neighbor who can shovel your walkway, you know what, you can give them a tax break. You know what? We can build a neighborhood. I want a city of neighborhood. I want people who reach out to people. I want the city to recognize that and to actually bless and not censure neighborhood. Because when we have healthy neighborhoods, we have a healthy city. That's all I'm saying. But nobody is asking me to advise them yet. I don't know why. People should be calling me because I think I can give them a good advice. What's happened, Alan? You're not talking enough about your friend.
Daniel, that's it. Exactly. I should be shouting from the rooftops about how brilliant Daniel Zapula is, right?
No,
if I was doing my job right.
Don't tell them that. They don't like to hear that. You tell them you need a Bushman's idea. You telephone call him, he's real.
I love that. So it's kind of like we want a Bushman because Bushmen are real. And we got one right here, Daniel Zapula.
That's right. A Bushman. Can you imagine a Bushman running your city? I'll tell him. Here's the thing. Rule number one, I don't have a clue about finances. I'm going to find the best person who know about finances to run our city.
Right.
Number two, I don't like the taxes we are paying. I don't know if like there are lots of people who are complaining. I don't know a thing, but I want the best person who can help us actually have good taxes for our city because we need to run very well. And I want better sign for school zone. I got a ticket for going at 47 km/h on an area I didn't know is becoming, they are a play for children, you know. 47 km is a 40 km zone. I was so sad. I wish somebody have some flashing light to say me, Daniel, like when stop speeding. Like I'm going 47, I don't speed. Now in Vancouver, when I drive there, they have flashing light that tell me 50 km zone. Why can't we do that? I don't like those tickets. You know what? Charge me more in taxes. Don't cheat me. I feel it's a cheat. I believe that. Somebody needs to do something about it, and they never ask my opinion before doing that.
Photo radar. Photo radar is a cheat. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think every school zone need to have big sign, yellow sign, flashing light saying, don't do this. It's too much. Like, you don't think even the dumbest left bridging, even the dumbest person, when they see the flashing light, they decrease their speed. And if this is about stopping people to speed to the schoolyard, put them damn like flashing light for crying out loud. I am not seeing that. Hey, this is not about city, but you're getting me excited because I do care about some of the things in our city. And I don't want to be political. I'm not political, but actually every human being is political. I speak it, but I am conservative, I'm liberal, I'm NDP, whatever you name it, I'm everything.
Nice. Okay, well, that's great.
Everybody about everything.
So, okay, I think I understand what you're saying. You're saying Daniel Zapula, the Bushman you can trust. That's your campaign slogan. And you're not gonna do any of the financial stuff. You're just gonna make sure we got the right people to do that job because they're the specialists. And the people that are trying to do the traffic stuff, you're gonna get the right people. Yes. Okay.
Everybody who run for any office don't have a clue what the heck they're talking about. They don't. But I'm saying, and when they get there, they realize it's not what I thought it was. I don't want to run on something that I have no clue about. I just say, guys, I'm just a normal fella. I have no damn clue about what's going on in the city. I have no clue. And I don't think, I think the people need to talk. And if you, I think the city needs somebody who is real, somebody is down to earth, somebody who can hear them, not somebody who claim to know much. You know, because I know one thing, I don't know much. I know one thing, I'm not that good. I know one thing, even if I think I'm really good at it, I'm not that good. I think it's time for the city to hire a dumb ass who will actually say, I'm for the people. I'm going to guide the people. I'm going to walk with the people. I'm going to help the people make what they want. It's about the people, guiding the people. I think the people are smarter than our leaders. I see that because You know, at 53, I've been pastor for like for almost 40 years. I can tell you, my people, they're smart. I'm being very honest. I don't like BS. I actually like truth. I like to talk as is. Whether people like me or not, that's your problem. If you love me, sorry, it's your problem. If you don't, that's your problem. I'm so sorry. And I don't like too much politics. I just want real people running the real business of a real city. Lethbridge.
Wait a minute. Did you say you've been
Nobody's talking about it.
Wait a minute. Did you say you've been a pastor since you're 13?
Yeah, indeed.
How is it that you started preaching when you were 13? How did that happen?
Well, I don't want to talk about my religious background. I'm telling you, when you grew up in a city in which there's not lots of people can read, and you are one of a rare fellow who can read, you preaching.
Got it.
Right.
Sure.
And I'm not unusual. There are many people who are there and they're involved in it, you know. But here's the good thing. I live in a great village, and there was a mosque and there was a church. That's it. And I went to both because at that time I had no liberty. I went to both. I went to the mosque and I went to the church. That's what shaped me in terms of working with a whole. I went to Quranic school. I learned the Quran, and I went to Bible school. That's how it happened. You know, it's a great long story, which I'm not going to get wrong with. But I'm telling you, I understand diversity, and my father practiced all of those, including he was part of the witchcraft. Witchcraft meaning somebody who used the nature to bring about cures. He taught me plants, and I learned about plants. I learned about how to just be well, how to heal diseases, and he was a very good, generous man. And then I decided, and I chose what way I'm going to follow. Thank God for that. That's my journey, and I'm not ashamed of it. I thank God that I have journeyed a long way, and I respect people of all background. I hope to see all my brothers and sisters who know God in heaven. That's it.
Nice, nice. And then you're also obviously very open in your spiritual beliefs that you understand these other religions, right? You have empathy for your other brothers and sisters, even if they have slightly different religious beliefs than you. Is that correct?
Yes, I never claim to be right about anything, but I claim, like I claim that whatever it is. So for me personally, in my thing, I believe the way of Christ is the way of living. You know, that's it. That's what worked for me, and I hold that true to myself. Everybody live according to the revelation they receive. Hey, if Jesus never revealed himself to you, do not become a Christian, because it's a prostitution to religion. I am tired of religion. I'm fed up with it. I want people who are real, people who are really authentic. And to be a Christian doesn't mean make you a saint. I know most Christians are wicked people. They're sinners. I am the worst of them. So cut me a slack. I don't claim nothing. I don't claim to know anything. I don't claim to be the best of anything. I just claim one thing, that for me, the way of Christ has been the way of doing who I be. And that's how it worked for me. And believe me, I've been pagan, I've been Muslim, I walked through that path. And I'm not trying to convert nobody. I'm just trying to say to everybody, live according to the light and the revelation you receive. Nothing else. Because that's the only integrity you are called to do. And you know what? We are not here to fight religion against religion. I believe faith is important in the life of every human being. And I'm sticking with it until somebody can help me change my mind. Until somebody help me change my mind, I'm sticking to it until I die.
That I love your conviction. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever heard or read the book, A Course in Miracles?
No. You asked me that question before last time. I did. I haven't read that book, The Course of Miracle. I don't know. Is this written by a heathen?
No. Did I tell you the back history of it or the backstory of this book?
Okay.
Okay. This is amazing. This psychiatrist who works in a university, a female psychiatrist works in a university. Her coworker, a male psychiatrist, works just down the hall from her, right? Mm-hmm. They don't really get along very well. She has this dream, this very vivid dream, this revelation to her that is identified as Jesus, who's going to dictate to her some wisdom, some spiritual teachings that she should record and share. So she is a little concerned about her mental health at this point. So she goes to her psychiatrist colleague and says, gee, this is kind of what I've been told. And then he encourages her, write it down, write it down. So this is in the 70s. So she starts writing out every day the messaging that she has been told, right? So she writes it all out. And this goes on for 7 years. For 7 years, she compiles this stuff. And every day she brings it into the office, and her male colleague goes and types it out, because there's no computers at this time, right? Types it out. And then that becomes the Course in Miracles. It's a very dense book, but it is such a joy to read. And it's not just Christianity. It's basically saying any spiritual beliefs that you have, beneficial spiritual beliefs that you have, are contained in the words that are here. And here's a good example. When I've been reading this, my process is, you'll love this, I think, Daniel, because you're my marriage expert, my friend. When I'm reading this when we drive down the road. So I read it, and then Crowell and I talk about what I've read to try and figure out, because it's kind of dense reading, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that we just read, we just had a little road trip yesterday. One of the things that we just read, I thought was amazing, was that to praise God, because praising God always doesn't make sense. If God is a supreme being, what would, oh God, you're really good. Why would God care? Why would God care what one of his creation thought about if he's wonderful or not? But the book says, the Course in Miracles says, to praise God is to care for another human being, to be there for another human being. I love that. That makes a whole bunch of sense to me, right? To praise God, you're looking after your fellow created beings, right? You're looking after the other human beings that are in your circle that you can have some influence or help or be of value to. And I thought that was amazing.
Here's one thing I can say.
Let's hear it.
Anytime that somebody says, I recognize there is a source of all joy other than me, I say, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because when you realize there is a creator, there is a supreme who is a source of it all. I know one thing, I am not the source of joy. I may be a comedian, which I do say a lot of comic things, you see. I may be a funny fella, but I'm not the source of fun. That I am only a conduit to whatever is going through me. I am only a conduit of great. I'm full of a great one. I express gratefulness, you see. So that all glory and honor is not on me. Don't look at me. Look at the source beyond me. And that is, to me, that's one of the most important things, you know, and that to acknowledge that. So that, to me, I think God in Christ and the Spirit have been really, that's the source of all my being, my joy, my and everything. When my empathy, my compassion, and everything. I cannot claim to be the source of it. So when people look at me, I say, look at what is operating through me. You see, so it is about that. You know, I am thankful to my mother and my father. I'm thankful to my brothers and my sisters. I'm thankful to my community, my village, my city, you know, my province and the country, and the countries, the two countries that adopted me and actually that helped me be and become. I'm so grateful. I will never say anything negative. I will die on that sword. But here's the thing. Thank God for that. It all began with an idea that a love, and that idea was rooted in love. When mom and dad say, we like make some love, make love, let's do that. And I'm a fruit of love. That's the key thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, gratefulness, be grateful because the great one is in you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't Christian, Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, it don't matter. Here's the thing. Anyone who's grateful is expressing the presence and the power of a great one living in them. And that is enough. I am not judging nobody. No one. That's important. So
beautifully said.
Yeah, that's be grateful. And I'm telling people, for once, let people, we just talk about International Women's Day, let people all around the world go and say, thank you for women, for mom, for dad, for sisters, and their role in our lives.
Yes.
It's very important. Anyway, yes. All I wanted to say is that I'm receiving each day as grace done and bestowed upon me. I welcome each day as it is. I don't judge it, I receive it. And I know this. People say, when you lose the last one, they say God took away. I don't think God take away nobody. I think God receive everybody. If you that, you'll be received by God. And that's the sense of God receive his people. Because you began with him. No, spirit to spirit, ashes to ashes, dirt to dirt. So be it. And I can't wait for the day when I shall join my maker. I shall return to where I come from, the source, that river of life that flowed deep. Wow, it's exciting.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. That is great. So if I understand what you're saying correctly, you're saying that there is this unlimited source, unlimited supply of peace and joy and happiness and love. All of this exists, and we should be grateful because we can tap into that. We can enjoy that. We can be part of that. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. These are all good old hymns. I'm so glad I'm a part of the family of God. And I don't know the rest of the song.
Well, that was a good part, that one.
Yes. Don't talk too much about it because I don't know the song. But all it says that I'm so glad I'm part of a family of God.
Yes.
Isn't that neat? We are a part of one another.
Exactly.
Family of God. And that who we are as a family is not my fault. It's not your dad's fault, your mom's fault. It's the fault of God.
Yeah.
And I love it when it all fall on the fault of God, the judge of all one, all human being, all reality. And that to me, God judges rightly. He doesn't condemn. He's not angry at no one. He's no mad at no one. If somebody told you that God is mad and angry at you, you send them to me.
And you'll get them corrected.
Well, I want to hear them out at least and help them to just show me where is it.
Back when you mentioned about International Women's Day and talking about our existence, everybody's existence started with this act of love, and that women, in terms of the value that they do, man, here's the way I look at it, my friend. As a man, I do not contribute anywhere what many women do. And you think of it in terms of raising a little person in your body, feeding that little person, and then for the rest of their lives, or at least their adult life, making sure that they get fed and they get medicines and they get looked after and they get sleep. Men don't often have much in that role, but women sure do. And then women also look after the other people in their lives to make sure that they get fed and they get medicine and they get rest and they get help. And then when people's health fail, it's females that are picking up that load more. Females that have that caring and compassion and that nature, that they make such a huge difference in all of the things that are important as being a human being, about caring and compassion and just being there for others. So I'm just suggesting to you, I'm not suggesting, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you that women are the big contributors, and we should value women more. We should have a lot more appreciation for women because of the value that they do in our lives, that they make in our lives.
Wow. It is so good. And I'm going to be politically incorrect.
Sure, go for it.
In a minute. But I'm going to say this. I thank God for mothers and women. I thank God
Amen to that.
for the peace and the nurture that they bring. No one but them can do this. I know many women are raising family alone, and I really honor that.
Oh, huge job. Parenting is a tough job by itself, but one person doing it all, that's real tough.
Yes, and that's important. And saying that does not trivialize the place of man. And it's recognizing that women do the thing that only women can do. And men do what only man can do. Having said that, it's not entirely politically correct. And I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm here to say and share some of the thought that are actually are animating me, right? And that is very important. And I mean this, let our boys be boys in school. Let our girls be girls in school. Let people be who they know they are authentically. And that's it. And let nurture them to be and become themselves. Let us not try to control them. Let us help them learn the way they do. They uniquely learn. And when we do not depersonalize them by fitting them into a prison of our own making, saying, you have to fit this box, you have to fit that box. Some men don't fit in the place that we tell them that they fit. Some women don't fit exactly where we tell them that they fit. They will find their way. Here's one thing. People will find their way.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, they're not necessarily looking for our help. They're looking for us to accept them, to welcome them, and to create space for them to be and become who they are meant to be, the best version of themselves. It may not be exactly what we think and what we thought about them, but
Sure.
trust God, their maker, and allow them to be and to become. We do not need to masculinize every school or feminize the school. We just need to actually be. Our teaching and our preaching and our educating and guiding, and it's about creating space for opportunity where people can thrive as they are. And I don't think we should be so nervous and so like living on the edges. Like, accept people, welcome people, let them be
As they are.
autonomous, meaning they can name themselves, self-law. They can name who they are. And that's important. Like, celebrate people as they are. And no matter the complication that it is in our society, welcome people.
Yeah.
And that's why I embrace people as they are.
Yeah.
Let them be. Do not violate people's integrity. Let people to their own self. And that's important to me. So great for you, young ladies, gentlemen, women, male, whatever it is, that embrace people as they are and allow God to guide people. That's it. I'm a bush guy. Who do I know? I'm not an expert on anything. I just know, I know me, and I know I'm a feeble, I'm a weak, and I'm not here to win no argument. I'm just here to say I am here as a witness, because everybody in the whole world needs a witness. It doesn't matter who you are. I need somebody to witness me be. To say, Daniel, I've seen you. I hear you. I can touch you. You are real.
Right.
And we do that and welcome each other's being.
So you see them, you see them, you hear them, you speak to them as they are also equal to you in terms of a child of God, a creation.
Yes, and even I would tell them, you're even better. So consider other people as being superiors, being higher. And I tell you, that's why I have no enemy. For me, the book that I read, he say, you know what? Love your enemy as your own darn self. So love your brothers and sisters, love your enemy. If you have one enemy, it's not an enemy if you don't love them. Love them as yourself. I say that's the best enemy you can ever have in the world, is the one you love as yourself. So I'm telling, show me your enemies and I'll show you your friends.
All righty. Hey, Daniel, what are we trying to, we're at 38 minutes.
Oh, we're too late. It's okay. Here's the thing. It's not a show. This is just a conversation. If people want a show, they can go to CNN, BNN, CBC, whatever, download some good show. This one is just a conversation, and we're not trying to please nobody or displease anybody, brother.
But it's fun having the discussions, isn't it? I like it.
It's fun. It's fun. Just let it be as is, authentic. It's like a river. Don't try to control it too much. Maybe the one person who needed to see this, that's all that matters.
Yes.
This is not for everybody. This is not for the whole world. This is not for a church, a mosque, or nobody. This is not for a political party or not. This is for one person who needed to hear and that's enough. If that person decides to get angry about it, go ahead. That's not a problem. But I wanted this to be, this is just a conversation. And we just here as brothers, I was going to say brothers and sisters. You're not a sister. You're a brother.
Thanks for noticing. Yeah.
And I'm a witness to your whole life that you are doing your very best, the best that you can. And that's good enough. You know, don't worry about it. Even if people say you have to do more, don't worry about it. You are doing your best, your absolute best. My job as a witness, as a brother, and as a friend, I say, hey, Alan, are you really doing your best? If you're not doing your best, I'm going to kick your ass. I say, you do your best. If I'm not doing my best, you kick my ass. Say, Daniel, you do your best. That's what brothers and sisters do to one another. We're going to help each other be the best version of ourselves.
Nice. Nice. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. By the way, if you want to have a chat with Daniel and I, there's a little email on the bottom here, and there's a phone number. So please reach out to us. We would love to have a chat with you.
Why are you telling them the phone number when we are all done the show? I think you should change that. Tell the people in the beginning so that they will call. Now I'm about to go and have my glass of wine.
All right. Well, Daniel, how about you remember to do that next show next week?
That's too much.
Remember to remind people. You're more friendly than I admit. You invite them to call us.
No, yes. I'm a young man. It's supposed to be for the old man. The old man knows. You know, you have to remember this, my brother. You having your coffee, you know, like it's my coffee break. Or like you are telling them the telephone number when we are about to shut down. Jesse, you should do more. You should actually get Alan to tell the phone number just in the beginning of the show so the good people of Lethbridge and beyond can actually listen to us.
Daniel Zapula, I accept your gentle correction, and I will ensure that our next show that I announce the phone number and email address at the start of the show.
I love you, brother. You're a good man. You're a better man than me. I just say thank you very much for your brotherhood. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend, and we will chat next week.
Indeed. Thank you, man.
All right.